NBC7's Nightly Check-In is sponsored by Bill Howe Plumbing, Heating and Air, Flood and Restoration.
We know how.
A digital divide with distance learning. While school districts continue online lesson plans, families in rural areas are struggling to sign on. Thank you for joining us for the Nightly Check-In. I'm Catherine Garcia.
You just hear the kids, oh, I lost signal. So you see mom or, one of the other kids like, okay, I got it. We're moving it. Do you have it now? Do you have it now? And again, we're just trying to make fun out of it. That way they don't get so stressed out.
Families in rural parts of the county which lack cell phone towers, including Borrego Springs and Ocotillo Wells, say connecting to the internet at times is close to impossible, and that is making distance learning a daily struggle. At Borrego Springs School District, plexiglass has been installed, desks are socially distanced, but students still at this point cannot return to class. Superintendent Mark Stevens says they're working hard to provide families the tools they need.
A lot of our parents don't have internet in their homes. And especially if you get into a community like this one, you either get internet through satellite because there's no cell phone towers out here either. So the MiFi, the hotspots that we have for students, that we give out to students, they don't work out here. So we came up with a solution.
That solution is a receiver the district is trying to use that uses radio waves sent from a tower 30 miles to the north. It was installed free of charge by a company called GeoLinks, which provides low-cost internet services to rural communities. Other companies like Viasat are also working on more solutions to help those families. Dozens of Point Loma Nazarene students are in isolation or are sheltering in place because of a spike in coronavirus cases on campus. That spike involves 19 cases, 14 of them are on campus. The university says most of the on-campus cases, those students do not have roommates. The other students who live on those floors have been told to stay put until the university gives them the okay to leave. Neighbors say they're worried, especially after the recent spike at SDSU.
Because you're going to spread it. We're all elders in this area. There's not really a lot of youth in this area. There's some new families, but the majority are elders, and that affects us because we're the first ones that can die.
The university says it has been doing contact tracing. Here are the latest statistics in San Diego County. Our daily positivity rate is at 3%, 303 new cases out of more than 9,600 tests reported today. 4 more San Diegans have died. That is now 844 deaths here. New research suggests that your blood type may determine your chances of being infected with COVID-19 and also the severity of an illness. Danish scientists compared the blood types of more than 473,000 infected people to more than 2 million in the general public, and they found those with blood types A, B, and AB were more likely to be infected compared to those with type O blood. Canadian researchers conducted a similar blood type study in relation to COVID with some similar results. Certain packages of Cottonelle flushable wipes and Gentle Plus flushable wipes have been voluntarily recalled. The company says they may be contaminated with bacteria that could cause infection. The recall notice says the packages were made between February and September. You can visit the Cottonelle website to see if you have a lot number that's part of the recall. If you do have those affected wipes, they say you should just stop using them. Well, we are well into October. Sure still feels like summer out there. The heat advisory continued today. A lot of San Diegans headed to the beach to try to get to some cooler temperatures. Let's check in with Dagmar for a look at how long the heat will last.
Looking at your Thursday now, your Wednesday was a little bit cooler than Thursday. Thursday's temperatures will once again be just a touch warmer. Same story for Friday. So the coast, you will still, everybody sees mostly really sunny skies and still dry conditions out there. Ending up seeing about that mid to upper 80 mark along the coast, inland valleys, mid 90s, mountains, you're still at that mid, possibly upper 80 mark, and the deserts still in the low 100s. So on average, maybe 2-3 degrees warmer. And as we head into the weekend, we do have a cool down, but again, not before today and Friday, still heat advisory levels.
NBC7's Nightly Check-In is sponsored by Bill Howe Plumbing, Heating and Air, Flood and Restoration.
Call 1-800-BILL-HOWE. Bill Howe. We know how.
If tree roots have invaded your drain line, call Bill Howe today as our certified technicians can fix them with an epoxy beeline, which requires no expensive digging.
Call 1-800-BILL-HOWE. Bill Howe. Because we know how.
October 16th will officially be proclaimed Joe Coy Day, named after the stand-up comedian in honor of Filipino-American History Month. Councilmember Chris Cate will present the honor to Coy in a ceremony this Friday in Kearney Mesa. Coy is a decorated comedian who has a special on Netflix, a couple of them. He's been nominated for a People's Choice Award this year. Cate is a second-generation Filipino-American, and he called the comedian a trailblazer. A San Diego police officer found himself in a basketball game, this one here, in between responding to calls. The officer had just left the scene of a minor fire when he saw some kids in the neighborhood playing basketball. So Officer Amir Adia said he asked 9-year-old J.L. Crawford if he could join him and his friend for a game. They said, sure, absolutely. So he parked the car and off they went.
He rolled up and said, "You guys want to play?" And then we just started playing basketball with him.
It was fun. Like he's actually good.
The officer said the boys seemed a little shocked at first, but they were very welcoming. One of the moms went outside and she recorded the game there. He says he's worked in the Southern Division for more than 4 years, and he's thankful for a command staff that really does encourage officers to engage with the community.
We need each other. So being a part of the community, they want to see us out there. That's what they request of us, and that's what we can get in between radio calls. We can take 5-10 minutes and talk to our community members.
The officer works on the police department's juvenile services team and often has to respond to negative school situations. So he says he really enjoys having positive interactions with kids outside of school. That's going to do it for our nightly check-in. Have a good night.